Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure that I've fixed the audio on this nonsense. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I just got finished with D&D. And I am bored. So I'm going to go ahead and play Monster Prom. Just going to go classic. I'm going to go ahead and skip this shit because I've played this game so many times. Go play as Red. And skip this other Monster Prom shit. We'll start with the actual game itself. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more. We're using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever trademark. We'll throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. Be a visionary. What will the next big social media craze be? I go with bullshit. Maybe I'll go for Vera's route. What would be the coolest prize you could find in a box of cereal? So I think I need smart and money. I'm not sure. What's the sexiest type of knowledge a lover can have? Vera. Oh my god, load. Please. Okay. I have no memory of what you need for Vera, but I know you need money. So, gonna go ahead and get money. That day you spent some time at the library's PC mining some bitcoins. This is supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency. But you guess that nobody actually has any fucking idea of how it really works. Anyway, you gain plus 2 bitcoins, which is equal to $2 million, which unfortunately is equal to 2 monster dollars, so plus 2 money. Later, you hear Vera and Liam in a heated conversation, which seems to contain some pretty sexually explicit language, so naturally you go eavesdrop. Speaking as a male, I can say that even I grow weary of the infantizing monotony of the male gaze. Thank you. See, I want to advocate for the Gorgon gaze instead, but that would just turn people rock hard. I love Vera. That's not an erection joke. People would die. Personally, I think hentai is the source of the problem. It's so unrealistic. Hello, I'm not a 2D drawing. I'm a real vampire. I know. I can't even keep up with the standards hentai is setting. What I'm supposed to do? Just grow dick during sex? Ah. And all the women are drawn exactly the same. There's even less body type diversity at this school. Plus, I don't think anyone in real life has ever willingly addressed a tentacle as senpai. Oh my god, what? And that's with all. And what's with all the tentacles anyway? Oh my god, I can't believe I'm reading this stuff out loud. Because half the studio heads are Krakens, Liam. And no tea, no shade to the women who do enjoy tentacle porn. I know at least 3 of my snakes do, but I won't out them. Oh my god, Vera. But I do think there should be more diverse offering for those of us who'd like something less. Cephalosexual. Agreed. Alright, so we want to impress Vera. You just, that's. I don't know which one it would be. Oh, yeah, that one. Oh no! Oh no! So now, because I'm a woman who wants better for herself, it's up to me to handle things. I have plenty of shit on my own to worry about without heading up a hentai studio. I'll have you know I am a straight A student that's only partially thanks to bribery. The rest is hard work and extortion. And what does Vera know about production anyhow? Surely she would be in far above her abilities as she has no experience. That is, did you not hear her? She has more important things to do. Wait, so did Vera like that or did Vera not like that? I don't even know anymore. But I lost smarts and charm, which is bad. Is the sound quality okay this time? I have no idea. It may still be totally fucked up. Vera. You take your seat and... If you didn't know any better, you would say that it seems like Vera and Polly are almost more interested in their phones than they are in you. And you do know better, and you know that yes, that is exactly what is happening right now. It's nothing personal, Red. It's just that Polly and I are very engrossed in texting our financial slave. Yeah, it's pretty hard to compete with some guy whose fetish is buying you anything you want. That's my fetish too. Not buying things for people, having people buy things for me. Duh. Good thing he's rich enough to take care of both of us. You know what they say, true friendship is sharing secrets and financial slaves. Still, I do worry that this arrangement might not be sustainable. What happens if he runs out of money? Our cash flow instantly stops. Besides, being handed everything you want on a platter, in this case the platter being an online money transferring platform, is almost boring? Yeah, I get that. It's a little less boring when you're on as much acid as I am right now, but I see what you mean. If we could somehow turn this into a business venture, then maybe it would get interesting, and we could continue to profit, even after he's gone broke from catering to our every whim. I mean, how interesting do you think business actually is? Since he's so obsessed with us, we should just tell him to do something totally insane and see if he does it. I don't know. A weirdo giving away his money and getting into hijinks is great and all, but I want to start making real money. And I think money is fine and all, but my favorite currency is chaos. Mood. Seems like the ladies are at a very exciting crossroads. Maybe a random bystander can give them a nudge in the right direction. Definitely the businessy one. Haha, that would increase our income exponentially immediately. Which are two of my absolute favorite adverbs when it comes to monetary gain. I mean, one financial slave between the two of us is already strangely a lot to handle, so managing an army of them sounds draining. But as long as it's a pyramid scheme and we're at the top of the pyramid, where we don't have to actually deal with lowlives, who cares? Lowlifes. Oh, I'm tired. Meh, I think I'll just go check on my toilet wine. Oh my god, Polly. Don't worry about her. Polly wouldn't know a good business idea if it slapped her on the ass. Which happened one time, actually, but it's a long story, so forget it. Anyway, we can tell people in order to become official certified financial slaves, they have to buy a kit of supplies. And they'll start as dirt slave, and then if they get 5 financial slaves under them, they can become pathetic ground slave, and then they can work their way all the way up to gold, diamond, platinum, Salcow, Mocha, Grande, Supreme slaves. Oh my god. This is a great idea, Red. We should go write the business plan together and prepare to profit. Did Vera just say she wants to profit with you? Holy shit. Vera sharing her cash flow is like third base for her. Awesome. Alright, I need money. That day, you spend some time on the library's PC, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? You lose minus 10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares? You gain plus 2 money. Without warning, Vera pulls you aside and hisses in your ear. Oh my god, the stalker's back. You follow her pointed finger and see a guy dressed in a white toga and winged sandals facing away from you. He looks like a creep. He's been following me everywhere. He thinks I don't notice him checking me out in that mirrored shield he has, but I totally do. Ugh, it's such a chore being this beautiful all the time. How am I ever going to get rid of him? Threaten to feed a damsel to see let's go with that one. Yay! Ah, yes, finally, a use for all these damsels my henchmen have been kidnapping. And also this sea monster I found on eBay. Vera mutters a few words into her collar, and minutes later, a high-pitched cry for help can be heard outside, followed by the gnashing of a sea monster's teeth and the screams of students. Sounds like Vera dropped the sea monster in the pool. Again. The creep in the toga immediately springs into action, shouting, "I'll save you, m'lady!" as he sprints outside. He won't. I don't buy half-assed sea monsters. What a sleaze bag, though, honestly. You spend the rest of the period with Vera and pick up some good tips for buying the right sea monster. You gain plus 2 smarts and plus 1 boldness. Alright, so I'm going to try and get some smarts and boldness. I think that will help, but I think it might honestly just be too late for me to get her route. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give plus 0 shits, but you gain plus 2 boldness. As you walk down the hallway trying to beat a level of Bone Crush on your phone, you run smack into Vera, also engrossed on her phone. Sure, feel free to read over my shoulder. You wouldn't understand the charts anyway. Miranda's been I cannot read tonight. Miranda's been mouthing off about being a princess again, as if that's so amazing. She's a princess underwater. You know what's underwater? Sea slugs and fish shit. You know what's not underwater? This school. Why should birth rate matter when there are so many other factors that determine a person's worth? Their beauty, their cruelty, their business sense. And using all these factors, I divided the school into cools and uncools. Now I just need to find a way to reinforce the superiority of the cools over uncools. That one's not good. Rotting squid should be thrown at uncool students to remind them of how uncool they are. It's true. The uncool students should really start taking responsibility for being the worst. And Miranda uses fear-mongering tactics all the time. She shouldn't have a stranglehold on that, so to speak. And maybe I could throw a squid at them and then sell a squid repellent. That way I can profit off their humiliation. None of that went into my brain. By the end of the week, most students have at least a black eye or 8. Some students are spiders from being bombarded with squid. Vera, meanwhile, has created a thriving startup based on the distribution of squid repellent. Turns out, dead squid being used as projectiles aren't really repelled by scent, but it also turns out that the student body at this school is really, really gullible. Vera gains money and status, and you gain plus 2 money as royalties for your idea and plus 1 smarts. I didn't think Vera would give me royalties. How sweet. Alrighty. We are going to go. Where is she? There she is. You find Vera sitting in front of a pile of money instead of food as usual. Damien comes over and drops his own money pile on the table, and also some organs. Not bad, but I prefer to exert a little less effort for my income. A dejected swamp creature slumps over to the table, and adds some money to Vera's pile. Income? You mean this stuff? This is just what people throw at me to get me to stop punching them. And this is what people throw at me to keep me from revealing what kind of porn they're into. But I agree. The money is also the money is only secondary. The frowns on their faces are their own reward. Still, I'm always looking to improve efficiency. Have you tried developing business contacts in hell? Your victims will be even more terrified if they know death won't save them. Yeah, but that doesn't work on the undead. For those, you need a priest. A priest? You know how my family feels about priests. I'm sick of terrorizing people one at a time. There's gotta be a way to terrorize everybody in the cafeteria at once. It looks like my stream quality is not looking too great. And make money at the same time. I'm sure there is. That is, after all, the essence of capitalism. Set the building on fire. That's definitely Damien. That one. Simple, elegant, raunchy. I like your style. But how are you going to trick a whole room full of people into having an orgy? Don't tell me you don't know how to do that. Is this something you do all the time? Is this something you don't do all the time? I thought you were a prince of hell. Yeah, but I'm prince of the Bernie part of hell, not the sexy part of hell. That explains it. Well, to answer your question, this is a room full of high schoolers. A slight breeze could... Oh my god, I'm not saying that out loud. Although the succubus sauce I snuck into the sloppy joes won't hurt either. It certainly doesn't. You, Vera, and Damien retreat to a safe distance to film the sexy carnage and avoid the flu. Ew. Ew. Yikes. Come on, game. Alright, so I think I've got enough smarts. I'm going to try and get some more boldness. That day you skip class and hang out in the bathrooms. Because you respect no authority. On the way there, you run into Mamimi, the Oni girl. She offers you some of her weird Japanese energy drink. You take a sip. It tastes crazy as hell. You need to check the contents of this shit. Guarana seed extract, benzoic acid, 50 milligrams of caffeine, and 100 milligrams of boldness. Well, it wasn't bad at all. You gain +2 boldness thanks to Mamimi and proceed to the bathrooms. You're making your daily protection payment to Vera when suddenly, everyone stop what you're doing and look at my majestic visage. The interdimensional prince, muscling in on my territory, are you? Not at all, my darling Vipress. I am here strictly in a business capacity. Business, you say? I'm all ears. Except for my snakes, which are all tongues and teeth. It's simple economics, my love. You're an aspiring crime kingpin. I am a prince. I propose a merger. A merger of our resources, our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. Interesting. Oh no, Vera's getting out her calculator. If she decides this merger is financially viable, good luck asking her to prom. But how will you undermine Vera's confidence in the prince's financial status? Oh no. Do I have enough smarts for that? There we go. Before we draw up the contract, I hope you won't mind providing a full accounting of your assets. Of course not, my dear. As you can see from the spreadsheet, my entire kingdom is owned by someone named Carl. Let me see that. You idiot! Carl isn't a person. It's a computer algorithm. It probably stands for something like computerized autonomous robotic light bulb. Nope. Doesn't stand for anything. It's just Carl. You gain +2 boldness and +1 smarts. Alright, so I think I have enough of what I need. Hopefully I don't need any charm. I wish there was like a super short game you could play when you're just tired. May as well get some charm. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. You notice Vera standing in the corner, pissed. What looks like a fresh braid on the back of her head is actually 2 of her snakes fighting, poisons flying everywhere. Oh, I'm okay. It's just Hissy and Bob having another disagreement. It happens. This time they can't decide whether Miranda's domain should be called a kingdom or an empire, and it's like, who cares? I'm telling you, if they weren't my hair, I would sell them to Thailand where they eat snakes. Snakes get feisty when they don't have jobs, put them to work. Why, of course. I'd forgotten how testy snakes become without gainful employment. It's all in the best-selling book, Snakes in Suits. But come to think of it, my snakes already do have jobs. They're just not doing them. Bob, where's the report on Portugal? Are they at war yet? Hissy, have you poisoned the school's water supply like I asked? No? Then how am I supposed to sell water to Miranda's family? You think it's easy selling water to mermaids? Hissy and Bob pull out cell phones and start making calls. I want to see little snakes with cell phones. You don't know which impresses you more, Vera's managerial skills or the fact that snakes can use cell phones without thumbs. Either way, you gain +2 creativity and +1 smart. I love this game. It is so charming. It gets a little over the top sometimes, but overall it's charming. You take your seat beside arguably the 2 coolest monsters in all of Spooky High. Here's hoping you can keep up with them. Vera, are you eating Manticore's steaks again? Yes, and it's delicious. Don't you know the amount of cruelty involved in the mainstream meat production industry? Yes, and it's delicious. Besides, Liam, you're a vampire. Don't you only consume things that are dead? Well, yes, I suppose, but it's always ethically sourced, organic, free-ranged, and human. The human population is out of control, and eating them is the most environmentally responsible thing to do. Listen, Liam, I happen to have a personal feud with every single animal I eat. I make sure to meet all of them first and ensure I am devouring only the ones I hate the most. It makes it extra tasty. Well, then surely you can inflict such a pain without going through the cruel meat industry and supporting factory farming. Isn't home cruelty better anyway? Oh my god. You may actually have a point there, and if I get my hand in the pot, I can inflict even more effective and specific pain, and I bet there's a way to make money off this too. Hang on, somehow I've ended up arguing against my own interests here. Liam, do you want to find innovative and creative ways to move society forward, or do you want to oppose cruelty like every other weak mainstream loser? You can actually hear Liam's brain shaking as he struggles between his desire to be perceived as ethical and his desire to be perceived as creative. Maybe you can step in and help out. Already suffering from ignorance and Vera wanted to increase their pain. What about their afterlives? Instead of letting their spirits go to waste as a byproduct of the meat industry. I have no idea. Nope. I wasn't the right one. Well, I can't condone animal cruelty, but I wholeheartedly support animal education. I do like animals for their illiteracy, but their illiteracy is my 4th least favorite thing about them. Right between their poor taste in fashion and simplistic views on German cinema. It's not the worst idea you've ever had. Although, face it, Red, you are known for having pretty terrible ideas about 50% of the time. I don't really see how building an empire out of private schools for cattle, but with my business acumen, I guess it's possible. And I can rest rest secure in the knowledge that I am solving the bovine education crisis. Helping Liam help cows is like helping you help Liam choose you to go to prom with. No, I don't want to go to prom with Liam. Gah! Gah! Not Liam. Alright, I'll get some more smarts. Why not? That's my lowest stat for Vera, I think. That day, you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is actually supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain +2 smarts. You turn around to find Vera staring at you. This often happens, but for some reason, it's not a death stare this time. She actually looks kind of happy to see you. Weird. You decide to do what you do best. Push your luck. Finally, if you'd taken any longer to come over here, I would have had to have my minions drag you here. Listen, my date for tonight was unexpectedly eaten by vultures and totally not my fault. Anyway, I need to fill that slot somehow, and I thought maybe you could recommend one of your more attractive friends. No. Haha, I'm just kidding, darling. You're not half bad. But seriously, meet me at Thousand Arms at 9:15 p.m. or the vultures will eat twice today. Did Vera just ask you on a date? She did. This is like Christmas in whatever damn month it is right now. But if you don't want this to be more than just a one-time thing, you best come up with an incredible dinner gift to win her over. Oh. That one. You get your trusty decapitating axe out of storage and lop off the head of Zalgar Babcock, shape-shifting reptile human rights attorney. Luckily, reptoids don't bleed much. You're able to deliver the head in a delicate satin pouch on a silver tray. At dinner that night, Vera excitedly unties the drawstring and opens the bag. Oh, you shouldn't have. Because murder is a crime, but I'm glad you did it anyway. Zalgar has been such a pain ever since he discovered that I don't pay my child laborers or some nonsense like that. How's a girl supposed to make a living when she's expected to pay every child that works for her? Jesus Christ, Vera. Vera later informs you that her actual greatest enemy is time itself, but you can't decapitate time. And anyway, it's the thought that counts. You gain +2 charm and +1 boldness. Monster prom draws near. Alright. Yeah. We'll see how this goes. I think it's going to go well. You finally pluck up the courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. You're asking me to go to the prom with you? Oh no! What a shortcut to Lame Town. Reopening a MySpace account would be less harmful to my popularity than dating you. I think I just puked in my mouth. This is why I always have to look them up beforehand. Oh no. Failing at Monster Prom broke the essential process of growing up in your life. You became fixated on it and you never became a functional adult. No! Now you're just an old person that sits at parks and talks to strangers about the time you almost got a date to the Monster Prom. It is as weird as it is. It's as weird and as sad as it sounds. Damn it! Oh well, we tried. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Vera kept being fierce, strong, and stunning. Some haters once said adult life would put that mean bitch in her place, but you know what? Vera ended up making adult life her own bitch. Damien found peace in the most unexpected way. He kept punching everything until one day he punched his own anger to death. He's written a book about it. Miranda started a nonprofit to help countries without a monarchy, because all countries should have the right to be graciously ruled by the Mer Kingdom. For those 3 weeks, the monster prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. That game is so good. But I'm going to go ahead and end this stream here. I was just bored and wanted to play something. So thank you for joining me, and good night.